Hey, are you looking for a YouTube video thumbnail maker online? If so, then this is the right video for you because I've got a couple of good options for you to take a look at. One's free and one is paid, and they're both really good. I use them both. So, there's pros and cons to both, right? And so, if you're looking for like making thumbnails though, like stuff like this where it's just a 1280 by 720 HD sort of thumbnail for your videos, which I highly recommend, by the way. Like, don't just settle for like what gets suggested when you upload a video to YouTube, right? You always want to customize that and put some text on there, put something on there that's like makes people want to click, because that's just such a part with video in whatever social media, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. That's such a part of getting people to click on your video, right? So, not only do you need to sort of or want to rank well in the search and stuff, but even if you do rank there, people, are going to have all these choices, and it's like, what are they going to click on? And it's the stuff that appeals to them, the stuff that stands out, and that's why your thumbnail needs to be something pretty eye-catching and cool. So, I'm certainly no designer. I'm not like, graphically inclined by any means, but these tools that I'm going to show you here in a second make it really easy to make thumbnails like this, which, are just, they get clicks. And then what's cool, one of these tools I'm going to show you is allows you to do some split testing. So you can actually check and see between, thumbnails over time, which gets the most clicks, right? And so that's like revolutionary in the video industry, and it totally changes the playing field for lower, startup sort of video creators who are just trying to get more and more views, so that you can maybe have paid advertising and stuff like that. It's like, you're not guessing anymore. You can do some split testing and actually start, using statistics and math and all that stuff, which you don't even have to get into. The apps just do it for you to figure out, how to get more clicks and views to your videos. So with all of that said, let's just jump over here to Canva, right? So maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't, but Canva is totally free. So all you have to do is just sign up and like give them your email address and set up a password, and then their free version is like great, right? And all you have to do is just jump in here and just type in like YouTube or YouTube thumbnail or whatever, right? And they've got all these canvases that are already set up that look cool, right? So you can just do a blank one, you can grab one of these, and see, you just click on it, and then boom, it's like, it's all editable, if that's a word. So yeah, we can just go in here and, I'm just double clicking on the text and make this your own, right? And then what I really like what I do is, so I'll save this as, a thumbnail, and then when I open up Canva again next time, all I have to do is just say copy, and it'll make a copy of this. And then, so for example, like if I've got my picture on here, let's just pop over here and I'll show you. So you can just upload images, right? Let me just grab one of my pictures here. So, I just grab a picture like that, and then, you can put that on there, and then see, like, you can just copy these each time, and then you can always have your picture down on the bottom right or on the left. And so, or, if this stuff kind of matches your brand, for example, see, I can just click on this and change the color scheme. I can change the fonts between a million different fonts, which is awesome, right? I mean, they make it so easy, and like these backgrounds are just pictures, right? So you can pay like $10 a month to Canva and get like even more photos, or you can upload your own into the back, right? Or, another thing you can do, which works great for video, is just totally get rid of the background, right? So like you can just go in here and just boom, delete that, and let's just make it blue or something, right? you know, and then you just stretch this stuff out a little bit, make it a little bigger. And there you go. You know, now you've got like your own cool video thumbnail thing going, right? And then when you're ready, you just download it, save it as a JPEG. Okay, they recommend PNG, but really you just want JPEG. I mean, it's just for the YouTube, and since you're putting it on your computer, you know, the file size is much smaller. So there you go. You put it on your computer, download it as a JPEG, and then all you have to do is just hop over to YouTube and go into your video, right? And you can basically, you know, just change out the I don't have any description on that one. Let's open it up here. Just go down here to your thumbnails and just see how you can like upload a thumbnail, right? So you just click that, upload it from your computer, and boom, you're running. All right, so, you know, all I would say about these thumbnails is, like with Canva, if you start digging around and, for instance, let's say I wanted to, let's close out of that, and let's go back here to photos. See how some of these photos are free, right? So I can add these in and, you know, drag them and change the position, you know, all the way backwards and stuff like that, right? But you'll find some photos are not free. So once you find those, then what, yeah, so here's an example. See, they've got the little dollar sign on them. If I put that on there on my video thumbnail, then see how it's got this watermark on it. So you kind of got to avoid those unless you're, and all they do is charge you $1. You know, like you just, when you go to download it, it's just going to be like, okay, you got to pay $1 for the image, which is totally reasonable, right? But there's plenty of images that are free. I actually pay the monthly fee to get some of the additional features in Canva. So, but you know, even if you don't, all you have to do is go to like Pixabay or Pexlr and go grab, or Pexels, whatever it's called, and you know, just go grab some images or just make it a plain color background, right? You can do that too. That totally works for YouTube. No money needed to do that method right there. So that is Canva. Now, you know, probably the cons of Canva are that you just have to do all of this here, download it, then upload it to YouTube. And there really isn't, like, you know, with that sort of setup, you'd have to do your own split testing. So, you know, if you wanted to split test images, then what you'd have to do is just create 2 here in Canva, download them, upload one to YouTube, let it run for like 2 weeks or whatever, see how many views it gets, and then upload your next one for the next 2 weeks, see how many views that one gets, and then kind of make your own, do your own math about it and figure out which one did better, right? The alternative, though, is to pay for a thumbnail creator like Thumbnail Blaster, which I've been using now for a couple of months, and I totally like it. And what they do that's kind of unique is they wire straight into your YouTube account, right? So you just kind of add your account, and then what you can do is go into Thumbnail Creator here on the left, if I actually click on it, and then what you can do is actually switch out or add or create a new thumbnail for a video, and just it goes straight into your video right onto your channel. So like you don't have to download it and then upload it and stuff like that, right? So see how this works. Basically, I can just go in here, select one of these, okay? And then what it's going to do is I can basically say, yeah, I want to go ahead and make a new thumbnail for this, right? And then it'll just switch it for me after I'm done creating it. Now, the reason I don't always do that is because, as you can see on my website, I like to download the file anyway and use it on my blog post. So that's how I always do it. I like to have the file and then be able to download it. I like to be able to name the file with my keywords and stuff like that. So, you know, those are a couple of reasons I just download them anyway from Thumbnail Blaster. But what I really like is that it allows me to do that. Where it's even more important, though, is in the split testing, right? So you can see here, like, here I did a 48-hour test between two thumbnails on one of my videos, and you can see the winner. Here's another one that I did a few weeks ago. And so what's really nice is when you set up a new split test is that Thumbnail Blaster just runs the split test for you. And what they do, which makes the test more valid, I think, is they switch the thumbnail every hour. And so, you can do this for up to 2 weeks. And then this way you're not sort of like getting bad data. You're kind of giving each video thumbnail an equal chance throughout the day, throughout the week, so that both of them, if you get suddenly a bunch of traffic, both thumbnails are going to get an equal chance at getting clicks from YouTube. So that is totally awesome, right? And the split testing is awesome. Now, I will say with Thumbnail Blaster, their like pre-canned designs that they have for you are just like pretty awesome anyway. So like since I've started using it, I get more clicks on my videos anyway because they just look better, right? So let me just show you how this works. Let's just go ahead and create a thumbnail. So I'll start with no video. And we'll just kind of do this like we did with Canva. You can see just like Canva, there's a bunch of pre-canned templates, except here I would say, these guys are more like video marketers, affiliate marketers, and stuff like that. They've been making YouTube software since 2010, so like they've been around a while. So I think, when you look through their templates, they're just a little different than Canva, right? I mean, they're definitely a little more like clicky and nice, and at least for like what I'm doing with my channel for affiliate marketing and stuff, internet marketing, these tend to be like pretty good thumbnails for that niche, right? And so, and they've got some other local ones, weight loss. They've got some for like publishing and recipes and stuff like that. So, I mean, they do have gaming. They do have quite a selection. And if you join their like monthly club, then you get a whole bunch more templates added to the list as well. But and so, just like Canva, all you have to do is just click on one and then start editing it. So let's go ahead and choose one of these. Let's do this guy. We'll just say use template. Okay, and then all we have to do is just say, your personal thumbnails, right? And, these pictures are all removable. Hit the delete key and I can get rid of that guy. I've got images uploaded here, so my images. And we can resize these, right? So background is totally something that we can manipulate as well, right? So we can change the opacity on it. It's got a little dog in the background there. You can just get rid of that. Just use the gradient. One of the things I really liked in Thumbnail Blaster that I wanted to do with the text, I wanted to make my text stand out a little bit more. Because I felt like with my Canva templates, they have cool fonts, but there's some text sort of features that they don't have. Like, for example, doing shadows beneath your, now, that doesn't look great on this particular choice, but this is the one that I really like, is being able to change this outline on the lettering, because depending on your video thumbnail, you got this situation sometimes where it's like you want to be able to really make the text stand out, but maybe you've got a whole lot of text, or there's a particular word that you really want to stand out. And so this is something that is, at least from years of using Canva, I've never figured out how to do there. So, this is something that really turned me on about Thumbnail Blaster is that they had that. So, and as soon as you're done, you just save, boom, download it if you want, or you can just sit it there and then link it up into one of your videos, save it as a JPEG. Now, the other thing that's really nice about Thumbnail Blaster, and this is a paid feature, but you can basically, it's just part of when you buy it. This is one of the things that you get. You can actually change the dimensions of the. Okay, so see, this would be, so if I wanted to publish this to one of my channels, to one of my videos, then I could do that, right? Now, if we wanted to, let me just show you here. If I go back out to my list of videos, I can show you. You can change this so it works on Instagram. It's where I'm trying to get to with all of this, and that is one of the things I really like. So. So when you're back out, like, in here, like we've just made a thumbnail for YouTube, for example, then if I just scroll down here to see, it saves all of my video thumbnails. So I can always just like Canva, I can kind of reuse those over and over again if I want. But see, I can basically go in here to this template now, and I can resize it for Instagram. Okay, so the way we do that is it's just right up here at the top. So and then like you just gotta like they put this in like different dimensions, and there's a bunch of different ones so that you can do these thumbnails for just about any sort of application that you want. But like for Instagram, they're kind of a square 1-to-1. So if I choose that 1280 by 1280, then what happens here is Thumbnail Blaster just puts like a nice little bar at the bottom of the top, where you can add some text, kind of like you see on some of the Instagram videos that are out there. Or you could really just use this for making posts, or you can just delete this stuff, right? I mean, boom, and just have text at the bottom. Now, I should also point out, in Thumbnail Blaster, that kind of what's a little different than Canva is just what you have access to that's kind of fun for videos. So, like if I go in here to shapes, this is kind of one. So, it reminded me of this, seeing all these emojis, which sometimes I like to add into my videos, but they've already got them all like built in. So, if I want to add an emoji and do one of those deals where I put the emoji over my face or whatever, like you can do that, and that's all. Very easy to do in Thumbnail Blaster. And they've got a ton of emojis available. And they've got all these cool like shapes and cutouts and people that you can add, and dogs and hands and buttons, if you're making videos for like a sales page or that kind of thing. So there's really a lot there that's sort of video centric, right? So whereas maybe Canva is more of a sort of graphics tool for lots of different things besides video thumbnails. Thumbnail Blaster is totally for making video thumbnails. And it's not just for YouTube. Like I showed you, you can do different dimensions here. So, Instagram, you can do this, which I think is like Pinterest size. So, like if you want to take your video thumbnail and then help promote your video, for example, you can take this and add some text here or something like that and post on Pinterest, or, put this on Facebook in a post. So that resizing thing is really nice to have. And of course, they've got a ton of different fonts and stuff like that as well. So, that's that, all in there. I know it's kind of dragging on, but those are the two tools that I think are really good for making YouTube video thumbnails online. And I hope that you find this helpful. I'll put links to both of these down below so you can check them out for yourself. If you decide that Thumbnail Blaster is a good fit for you, then I've actually linked out to my blog where I'll tell you about the bonuses I offer if you end up buying through my link. it's not that expensive. And, Canva, obviously, you can do for free. So both options are cool, and I highly recommend them. So I'll see you on the next video, and thank you so much for joining me, all right?